Brown, and I'm here in the Capital One broadcast room with Lady A. So fun to see y'all all three together.
Yeah, I
Thank
know.
you.
It's good to be with you virtually. Good to be with you.
I know we're in the same city, but doing the interview at a safe distance in totally different locations.
Yeah.
Like for y'all to be together, and then I guess just throughout this whole quarantine is when y'all were separated, probably staying safe in your own homes. Like, is that the longest y'all have ever been apart?
Hands down.
3 months.
Yeah. It was really interesting. I mean, we even had shot, we shot the video for Champagne Night, at the beginning of quarantine. And, just at that time, I remember thinking, oh, this will be 2 months and we'll all be back together and, moving on with our lives. But we've learned a lot this year. We've been writing a lot this year over Zoom. So that was, even though we didn't physically see each other in the same room, we did get to see each other's faces. And we, obviously had a lot of interaction through this time. But it's nice to just get back to what we do and what we're used to doing.
It's kind of weird to miss them we're together all the time. So to not see them for a whole
there have been so
summer,
many.
I was like, I miss you guys.
Opposite. It's like,
we need a break.
We need a break.
We've been touring every summer since we started. In 06 or 13, 14 years ago. So to have a summer, it's kind of like a gap year. Have a summer at home with the kids. It's been a lot of fun, but man, I miss the road. I miss the road so much.
Yeah. Well, since you mentioned being able to be at home with the kids, let's just talk about silver linings for a second, because I feel like there's a lot of negativity in the air lately. So just something positive from y'all's lives, each of you.
Yeah.
Man, I think, like you said, the just getting that time with our kids is definitely the biggest. For me too. With a lot of the stuff that we've been going through, I know everybody's been going through, it just seems like the world, like you said, it's like there's just so much fear and anxiety. And I will say that personally for me, I have connected so much more with my spirituality more than I ever had before. And I felt like it was something that, I was always pushing off, and I really feel like I really started looking inwardly a lot more. And so I think that for me is like, I don't think that would have happened if it wasn't for this year and all the things that we feel like we've, been going through as a band, but just as people. And I think, there's a purpose for that. There's a purpose for this year. And I think for me, that was the biggest.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think, just the time with our kids, priceless. They're only this age once, and it flies by, and they're at really fun stages. And I think the other thing too is just like learning what we need and what we don't need,
what you can live without,
what we can live without. And it's just been a huge learning year. And the unfortunate and fortunate thing about learning and growth is that it doesn't come pain-free,
Yeah. Good reminder. I think when y'all had to adjust virtually, and speaking of virtual stuff and learning, and we learned we can't really live without music.
Mm-hmm.
So I love how artists have gotten creative and figured out a way. And even iHeartCountry Festival is still going on this year, which is crazy because we're normally in Austin, everybody hanging out together, and you would think like, oh, well, maybe we just skip 2020, but people rally together, and awesome artists like y'all are willing to still come together and make it happen, because we've learned like the music must go on.
We all need it. I need it more than ever. I'm listening to more music than I ever have, because you're just looking for something that feels real and that feels, kind of brings you back and inspires you. So yeah, we've been writing a lot. It's brought out a lot of good songs during this time too. And I don't know, just the feeling and the healing power of music is so important during a year like this. So we're doing everything we can to connect with our fans as much as we can, and to stay present, stay writing, stay active, because that's what we absolutely love.
When you're rehearsing for performances like this, is this your first time performing together since quarantine?
One of them, yeah. We've done a couple of virtual things, but no, this is the first like big full band. To see
with the big stage.
I know, just to see our band guys and our crew, and like, not being able to hug them was tough, having to do like the elbow bump, but just seeing their faces and checking up on their families and what they've been going through. And it's just, gosh, we can't wait to get back out there on the road. It is a part of us that, like Dave was saying, 13 summers straight, to not have that feels really odd, but I think it's going to make us appreciate it so much more. There's no doubt. I know you're going to cry the first show, and then Dave will probably be the second.
I could cry right now just thinking about it.
You can cry.
I do cry a lot. It's okay. I'm okay with it. I'm happy about it.
It's good to show your emotions.
Who is the most emotional of you three?
Probably Hillary.
I mean, probably Hillary. I mean, she's got an amazing heart, but I mean, it will be. I mean, that first time stepping on a stage with a crowd, people cheering, the feeling, and like a hot summer night that you're out on the road. I mean, there's nothing like that. So I think that's going to blow us all away when we can get to that point.
Did y'all ever have, speaking of your band and like seeing them, have y'all ever set up a big like Zoom meeting where there's all the faces on the screen and you try to practice?
No.
Oh,
we have done some, well, because there's the delay, so you can't really do it that way. But I will say we did a lot of videos, especially early on in quarantine, and Dave really,
Everyone
it was
filmed
awesome.
themselves.
Dave would put together these tracks and send them to the guys, and they'd send their parts, and then they'd send them to us, and we'd sing, and it was very interesting how we were, how we had to put it together. And I got to give Dave a lot of credit.
Yeah.
Man, he did a lot of
heavy
lifting.
lifting.
I know, but there's definitely been some of those little Zoom like cocktail hours, and you see a buddy over cocktail, but it's nice to now, to feel like we're getting a little closer to that time where, like, even today, everybody got tested, and of course we wore masks, but just to be in that same room with them, I mean, this is our road family. I mean, they are our best friends, and so it's nice to be able to feel like we can get back and connect with them again.
Speaking of masks, Charles, do you have a black leather one?
No, I don't.
Well played, Amy. Well played, Amy.
Believe it or not,
love that.
I do like the basic like medical one because I feel like I can breathe through them. All the cool masks, I feel like I can't breathe, so I just do the little cheap little.
I have a
leather.
leopard print one.
Do you?
Doesn't completely match my
Shania
pants
Twain.
suit.
Can we
but-
go on Amazon and look for a leather mask for Charles?
Gosh,
Please.
I would not.
It'd be amazing.
I wouldn't be able to breathe in that thing.
Oh, I can sew one up, I think. I'll work.
Yes, please do. Please do.
I feel like you need one to match your black leather jacket.
I know. I feel like I wear this all the time.
No,
Future habit.
it's your signature look. I think it's
Oh, there you
that's
go.
not at all. Hillary, once you're done with that leopard suit, I will take it.
Okay, I'll send it your way. Thank you. It's really comfy too. It's Good American, which they have incredible jeans as well. But I found it on. I've been doing quite a bit of online shopping. I've tried. I've put a like limit on myself, but this was definitely one that I was like, yes, I need that.
Okay,
Yeah.
American is such an awesome fit, and they've got great stuff.
Yeah.
Guys, do y'all own any Good American?
I don't do. My wife gets gripe to me. She says she calls it like learned helplessness, where you always got like, I've got our tour manager and stuff around, so when I find something online I like text it to Cassie, and then she buys it because she like has our credit card memorized, and she's like, just do it yourself. I was like, I don't know how to like type it in. I barely know
What's
our zip.
billing zip
I was like,
code?
what's our billing zip code? So my wife kind of does that for me. I know
It's easier for her to just
It's
do
really
it than answer
sad.
your 15
I don't
questions.
know what to do. If I was on my own and had to like, book a flight, it might take me like
Well,
a day.
You would probably get it wrong first, but
Yeah.
you would figure it out.
Figure it out.
I know. Learned
You can learn
helplessness.
quick, though.
So Charles, definitely not the most independent of the three.
No, I really am not. It's kind of sad.
We're his two assistants. That's it. We're our two personal assistants for Charles.
And I was joking about the Good American. It's Khloe Kardashian's line for women. So,
Oh,
And it's a great fit, I have to say. Well done, Chloe.
woman listening to this right now, you've got to go check it out.
Yes.
And I'm going to be logging on.
so I say you would have thought y'all were sponsored by this. Y'all need to get a little get a little percentage.
If you're looking for anybody, Chloe, I'm here.
Yes, she needs our help for sure.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
You guys are amazing. Of course, we love you, and it's so awesome to have y'all at iHeartCountry Festival this year. And hopefully we'll be all together one day soon. But until then, just to everyone watching, wear a mask, wash your hands,
Yes.
sanitizer, do all the things, keep your distance. And Lady A, thanks for being here.
Thank
And
you.
Amy,
Appreciate you.
Amy.
Good to see
We
you,
love
Amy.
Good to see
so
you.
much.
Thank you.
It's a Bobby Bones show.